E fala galera, aqui é o Lai, de volta aqui com Kingdom Come. Vamos reportar aqui aos... Epa, opa,
Henry.
Porra, fechando na minha cara assim no meio do vídeo, pô. Que deselegante. Mas enfim, vamos aqui conversar com...
So what have you learned?
All sorts of things. There's some foreigner called Eric behind the counterfeiting ring, and someone highly placed at the monastery.
Falar o que a gente conseguiu.
Really?
That's what Yezhek claimed.
So it's worse than I thought. If this is true, we'll have to proceed with the utmost caution.
Why? Can't we just go to the monastery to investigate?
No. If the church is truly involved, I have no authority.
Ô, louco.
But if someone at the monastery is perpetrating crimes against the crown...
True enough. Why don't I go and arrest King Sigismund of Luxembourg while I'm about it? He's committed a crime or two as well.
I'll have to think about it. It won't be an easy nut to crack. I'll have to consult with Hanush. And what of this Eric? Who is he?
I don't know, but he's recruiting armed men in Sasau and forming an army.
Damn. So it looks like Pribyslavitz wasn't the end of it.
It most certainly wasn't, sir. And what's more, Sir Yezhek is convinced this Eric is only a go-between, and there's someone bigger behind him.
You should return to Sasau and take a closer look at those recruiters. If they're going to attack, we must find out sooner than last time.
It might not be as straightforward as that. Sir Yezhek didn't know them and has no idea how to find them.
You'll have to manage somehow, my lad. Don't tell me there's an armed force amassing
Calma aí
here
que,
and nobody knows anything.
que os bichos estão falando demais aí, eu não consigo... Ih, perdi a reputação de novo.
Then ask around the alehouses and inns, or at the Rathaus. Someone must have heard something. These things can't be entirely kept in the dark. Whatever you do, be careful, Henry. And best not mention my name. It would attract unwelcome attention. What we want is for the crimps to take you for just another village lad they can lure into their gang.
All right, sir. I'll try to blend in as best I can.
I know I'm asking a lot of you, but I know of no one else who could help as much as you can now.
Ô, louco, sou foda mesmo.
Sir, there's one more thing.
Ih,
Sir Yezhek went with me without resistance, because I promised him he could come to an agreement with you.
My boy, my boy. You make promises in my name? That could turn out very badly for both of us.
é verdade.
But, if it can prevent bloodshed, why the hell not? We may well come to some arrangement after all, but I can't say yet what will become of him. You'd better run along.
As you command, sir.
Perdi reputação pra caralho. Bora ver, né? O que é que vai dar. Eu recebi missão pra caralho, mano. Ainda não falei com o oficial de justiça de Sasau. O gerente da taverna. Beleza. Eu não falei com o estaleiro. Fora de Sasau. Os bandidos ainda estão recrutando homens para o novo acampamento. Beleza. Beleza. Bora olhar aqui no mapa. Onde é que está? Localizar aqui. Eu tenho que voltar aqui nessa cidade, mas não sei nem se eu vou voltar. Acho que é melhor voltar. Talvez. Para ver o que acontece. Melhor ir na missão principal mesmo. Acho que eu vou a cavalo, né? Pra tentar aproveitar o máximo do dia, né?
What the?
Se eu fizer a viagem rápida, ele demora mais, né? Então, já sabe como é que é, né? Se aconteceu alguma coisa... Geralmente, às vezes, tá acontecendo alguma coisa também, mas, tipo... Eu tô evitando emboscada, tá ligado? Eu vejo a emboscada de longe, já vou pelo mato. Então... a gente se vê aí quando chegar lá. Ah não, velho. Sacanagem, eu pulei o negocinho de boa ali. O bicho do negócio ainda me lascou. Mas mesmo assim eu vou... Ai, cadê a porra? Saca a espada pro caralho. Esse cachorro vai dar trabalho. É aquilo lá. Solta. É, não tem o que fazer não. O cachorro tem que ser... Ó. Ai, cara. Tomei uns machados aí de graça. Perdeu estamina, o cara toma, meu irmão. Perdeu estamina. Foi 2. Ah, merda.
I'll slay you.
Caralho, meu irmão. Essa emboscada devia ser sido muito fácil ganhar desses bichos aqui, porque eles estão não estão com armadura, tá ligado? Mas eu me atrapalhei todo aqui nessa... Foi uma bosta, meu. Que vergonha. Deixa eu ver. É isso mesmo aqui? É isso mesmo. Vou soltar isso aqui que tá estragado. Começa a carninha aqui pra ver se ajuda. Cavalo maldito, velho. É isso aí, o mundo perigoso de Kingdom Come. Principalmente se você for ruinzinho como eu. É isso aí. Acho que não vai acontecer mais nada não, espero que não. Nos vemos depois aí. Cheguei aqui em Sassal. Tô indo lá no... Infelizmente vou ter que dormir ali pra recuperar a vida. É mais seguro, vai que alguma das missões eu tenho que... lutar, né? Ah, eu vou falar, vou aproveitar agora, eu vou falar com esses caras aqui. Tô adiando falar com ele faz tempo. Nós nos conhecemos.
Matthew! Fritz! You're alive!
Of course we're alive.
You can't get rid of us that easily.
I'm almost surprised how happy I am to see the pair of you are all right.
We are now, but we barely made it.
Yeah, it was hard. Fritz ran like a little girl.
Really?
Bollocks! Bloody Joker.
Tell us what happened to you.
They gave me a pretty good thrashing as well. It was only in Rat-Eye that I got back in my right mind.
And I see you're not doing
Engraçada a
too badly for
forma
yourself.
que ele
What are
se
you up to?
expressa, ele levanta as mãos assim. Pra enfatizar assim a frase.
Right now, I'm a squire for Sir Radzig.
I see you've worked your way up.
And how are you two getting by?
It's shit.
You said it. We're still chopped off to bits. Owe the monastery a bundle. And there's no work here.
Not for anyone with more than half a brain, anyway.
No one's interested in two good carpenters in Sasau.
No one.
Tá.
And we looked everywhere.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to know of anything?
It will really help us out right now.
Deixa eu ver. Tá, velho amigos, né? Não sei. Vamos tentar ajudar, cara.
Well, I can ask around, but I'm not promising anything.
Thanks, Henry.
We'll pay off the debt. Don't you worry.
Um amigo em necessidade.
And where would they hire you to?
Well, we were carpenters in the mines, so wherever they work with wood, I suppose. Forget about construction. After Skalitz, no one will be building for a long time. Just here in Sasau, and they don't want us here. The best chance we have is to work at a mill. People always have to eat. Ideally, we're looking for a job that pays a lot and doesn't require much work.
What other neighbours of ours made it?
Your hunker's in the monastery. That girl really helped us out. That's about all we know. When we ran for it, we helped Teresa, but who knows where she is now? We got separated.
Eu salvei Teresa e ela me salvou, né? Agora, qual das histórias eu conto?
I was the one who helped her get out of Skalitz. She lives with her uncle in a mill in Ratai.
I'm glad she survived. Since you know her so well, why not try asking her if she knows about any work? See you later.
Beleza. É isso aí. Bora dar aquele durmão. Depois volta aí. Eu praticamente comprei esse quarto aqui, né? É uma das opções. Você paga os 250 grosch e você compra o quarto, né? Eu achei melhor comprar aqui porque é longe, né, do outro lugar aqui. E aí quando eu tô pra essas bandas eu venho dormir aqui. Mas sim, né, voltando. Acho que era bom também tem que limpar a espada pra aumentar o dano dela também. É que eu tô aqui. Vou perguntar ao estaleiro. Estaleiro, se é assim que se fala. Eita, massa, legal, legal. A galera aqui se protegendo da chuva. Interessante.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Well, Master Painter, are you still short of coin?
Yes, unfortunately. And my offer still stands. Don't you want to buy something? Or throw a few dice?
I'm sorry, but I don't have time for it now.
Ah, não é esse aqui não.
May the Lord watch over you.
É que ele parece com o outro, mas não é ele não. Cadê o... Ele usa um chapéuzinho também, cadê? Vem da cidade. Aí você tá escondido, né? Não quer ganhar dinheiro.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm looking for some people you might know something about.
Would they come here to drink? Maybe. But I won't aid you in any mischief.
I've heard some rough men come here looking to recruit. Have they ever stopped in to eat or drink? Or to arrange something?
Were some brawlers that used to fight behind the tavern, but they raised such a commotion. I went and complained, and the town watch drove them off somewhere.
I wasn't thinking about that lot. I'm looking for recruiters that hire mercenaries and other cutthroats.
You don't know about that. Every once in a while, a merchant will hire some help or an escort, but nothing more. Nobody comes here regular. I'd notice if they did.
Sei não, hein?
Do you happen to know where the brawlers you complained about moved on to?
I've not got the slightest inkling. Oh, I'm just glad all the shouting stopped. It scared the horses in the stables.
You haven't heard talk of any scoundrels in town?
Well, I have heard some things, but I can't say if they're true or not. There's some that talk just to hear the sound of their own voices.
And who's the most frequent topic of that kind of gossip?
Miller Simon.
Essa
They
água tá
say he's
estranha,
rich
viu?
with coin, and it's not from the mill. But that's nonsense. Folk just don't know how much a mill can earn.
Anyone else?
Aye, there's talk of the knacker giving people the evil eye, or them that's not in bailiff's good graces. But I don't suppose that's what you want to know.
Thank you,
Beleza.
innkeeper.
Not at all. Would you like something to eat or drink? May the Lord watch over you.
Muita informação, muita coisa passando. O cara achar, né? Ah, mas o açougueiro já é aqui. Vai falar alguma coisa do açougueiro, não foi? O que é esse aqui? Pergunte sobre os crimps. Mudou aqui. Ah, tá aqui mais perto, né? Eu vou por aqui mesmo. Caçador. Tem aqui, eu acho que é desse lado, hein? Ó, tô falando com um coveiro aí, mas tudo bem, né?
Are you the local knacker?
I'm the local grave digger. But if there aren't any burials to take care of, I'll turn me hand to knackering.
Well, then you might know a lot of things that others don't.
I'm a decent man. Not always honest, but decent.
Faz sentido. É o código de ética do coveiro. Alguma coisa suspeita?
Anything fishy going on in these parts?
There certainly is. Candles are being stolen from the church, as brazen as that. What sort of people do that?
Ah, but have you heard of anyone around here hiring adventurers and bandits?
How would I know that? Most people avoid talking to me. I don't even go to the tavern much these days.
And what's been happening in Sasau lately?
Nothing interesting. Except maybe that bitch being slaughtered.
What? Who was she, a villager? I wouldn't call that nothing interesting.
No, I mean a dog bitch. It was a while back, but they called me to clear it up.
What happened?
The dog looked like she'd been hacked to bits. They were scared it was some demon, but as far as I could see, someone took a sword or an axe to her.
Why on earth would anyone do that?
What do I know? Maybe he was snooping around where he shouldn't, and the bitch went for him. I hear there was some dog-bitten fellow being cared for at the monastery. Only they kept him there on account of a broken leg. Maybe that's the same one.
Thank you. I'll be going now.
Very well. Feel free to stop by any time. People shy away from me, except when there's a death, or the cesspit's full. May the Lord watch over you.
Não tô entendendo muito não. Era pra achar um negócio, agora já é pra achar um cachorro. Depois de um cachorro achar não sei o que. Tô entendendo é nada. Mas relaxa que no final vai dar tudo certo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Não sei porque tá assim, velho. Tá demorando pra renderizar aqui o jogo. É aqui? Acho que é, hein? Mesmo lugar de uma das missões aí. Tem alguns que tem nome. Esse aqui tá desprovido de sorte. Dá pra ver que tem uns que tem mais sorte que outros. Onde é que tá o negócio? Tá apontando pra cá. Mas vou falar com o irmão aqui. Não tem nada de que interessante. Também não.
Take care now.
Devia ser um desses caras aqui.
Quiet!
Matias, acho que eu conheço o Matias. Joranca. Exatamente, escutei tudo que ela falou aí.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually, I had no idea.
Well, now you know. Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
So can I help at all?
Certainly. We can always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Ratai unconscious, and I needed a healer.
Ela cagou.
How is everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up.
Eu fui levado
People are
inconsciente ela.
dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help
Agora fiquei
us.
tite. Tá bom, então. Agora não sei, não tô com muita mais vontade não de ajudar pessoas aqui não. Depois desse essa indiferença.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Muito bem, foda-se também.
Very well.
Agora eu tô...
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
Uma das freiras.
Alright, that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked
Só
an
sei que
eye.
tô desviando
We
aqui do
desperately
caminho aqui
need
da
help.
da
I'll
quest.
do whatever's in my power. What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin.
Ixi.
We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
My God, there has to be something we can do.
And what do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
Que boa.
Well, I
Vamos
can
ver.
try. I'll straighten his leg.
Ô, louco.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well, fine.
Tá
Try
bom,
it
né?
then.
Eu não confiaria, não.
Good luck then.
Mas... Tá dizendo que pode, então bora, né?
I just won't get any sleep.
Are you holding him firmly?
Aye.
Ih, bugou. Ih. É bom que não deu pra ver aí.
Done. He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka.
Coitado do...
These wounds are...
De novo? Tá bugada essa fala aí?
Tell me more about the situation here. Alright, that's all I need to know.
Take care.
What do you do here?
Não quero
Well,
saber,
I
eu perguntei
can.
só por...
I'm just trying to help the...
Thank you.
God be with you.
Porra, meu irmãozinho. Ah, já dá pra conversar agora.
What the...
I see you look much better.
No, I feel much better. Then I heard it was all down to you. Thank you. If you ever need to know about anything that's going on in Sasau, come and see me. There's nothing much happens here without my knowledge. Thomas is my name.
How are you doing? Feeling better yet?
Coitada, cara.
Aye, much better. I'm truly grateful. A bit longer and I'll be able to run back to the woods and carry on. Well, never mind. Very kind of you to look in on me.
Truth be told, I didn't come just for your health.
What do you need?
Well, I've heard tell there's work for fearless men who enjoy a bit of silver.
Ah, I believe I can help you with that. They used to frequent the tavern, but now they meet in the church.
The church?
Aye, that's right. The church is locked at night, but if you see a light, the door will be open. Go in there and wait. Say a prayer or something, and then you'll see.
That's it? I don't need to speak to anyone?
Just doing what I told you is enough. They'll give you a good look over, and
see if you've got the metal. Don't you worry about that.
All right, thank you.
You took care of me, why wouldn't I help you? Tit for tat, eh?
Beleza.
God be with you.
O cara tem que ver se tá com a luz lá, e se tiver com a luz ligada. Vai até o local. Beleza. Ah, isso faz parte da quest principal, essa ajudar a Johan a tratar os pacientes. Então vou ter que perguntar de novo aqui ela.
Tell me more about the situation here. Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people?
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Pulling teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go and see if anyone needs anything. Just
Olha
don't
aí,
go
foi
pulling
bom ter
anyone's teeth.
pegou as habilidades lá de...
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to
Beleza, já é.
Do you have enough food?
enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought
Beleza,
some meat,
beleza.
some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Carne de caça.
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little
Crowded. I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. I
Tá
try-
bom, tá bom, tá bom, tá bom, tá bom. Entendi, só perguntei só.
Alright.
Não vou nem perguntar
Alright,
como ela vai,
that's all I
né?
need to know.
Senão ela termina de
God be with you.
me instigar aqui.
Everything here is fine.
É, mas se você está deitado no chão,
I can't get a
está
wink
bem,
of sleep.
pode ser.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake, do it quickly. Good luck to you.
Ih, só problema.
I'm not needed here. Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly.
Ih, vai demorar isso aí, negócio. Achei que ia ser
These
rápido.
wounds have been well taken care of.
What do you want?
You're not from Skalitz?
I just can't.
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
Eu também não ia querer ficar aqui, não.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the roof collapsed underneath me.
Well, and you're very lucky you survived at all.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
É verdade.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. And he got better very quickly.
And do you remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it.
I'll try to find something.
Thank you.
Farewell.
Ah, não, velho. Eu prefiro as espadas.
Where? What's happened?
You look alright?
Mostly, but my leg still hurts.
Did the humans wound you?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing. I've got bandages, so I can take care of it.
Wonderful. Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
É, mas as coisas
A
mudam.
long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the art of medicine since then.
Well, fine then. God be with What?
E aí?
What the?
How are you feeling?
Good. It feels clean. Hope it helps.
It will. Tell them to rebandage you daily. You have the bandages here.
Thank you very much, Henry.
Don't mention it.
Aí,
Take
pelo
care
menos,
now.
aí o bicho me agradeceu aí. O cara já fica feliz já.
He just needs to sleep. I'm not needed here.
Beleza, né? Ah, não sei. Provavelmente, eu tô cansado. Vamos ler aqui a missão. Ajude Johanka. Acho que eu já ajudei ele, a Johanka, né? Eu não ajudei, tipo, já ajudei uns dois, né? Não conta, não? Ai, meu Deus. Ter que catar Eva é chato, bicho. Mas não é de noite, não? Cadê? Deixa eu olhar de novo aqui. Ah, é só de noite mesmo. Sorte minha, acho que deve estar perto de escurecer.
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmary.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
É feridos. Aconteceu, peraí, calma aí.
How about some potion to induce heavy sleep?
Certainly. The old reliable.
Reliable?
Some of the brothers like a good sleep. And sometimes that's the only way to get one. I'll show you how.
Thanks.
Beleza.
Do you know anything about herbs?
I'm not an expert, but I know a little something. Is it urgent?
Well, one of the workers who was injured during construction would like to get back to work. He mentioned some purple flowers that would...
Herbs.
Oh, purple herbs that should help.
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a look in the herbarium here. There won't be too many purple herbs for bruises and sprains.
É verdade. Quer dizer.
How are the wounded from Skalitz?
Some of them are... Others are dying here. It's a good thing.
I can't sleep again.
So you don't normally treat...
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or bitten by a goat. But this, I've never dealt...
If only it had been a battle. This was cold-blooded slaughter.
You were there? God be merciful to you and the dead and the wounded.
Thank you.
Thanks. Finalmente, né, alguém. Falou alguma coisa de piedade, meu irmão. Agora aqui é só... Ah, sobreviveu. Foda-se. Opção, salvará seu jogo. Remédio. Canção de Niná, essa que eu quero, hein? Precisa de uma papoula, uma Eva Pearl e um carro. Beleza. Ah, não. Vamos ver se eu lembro aqui do que é que preciso. Um cardo eu tenho. Falta a papoula. Aqui tem um 3 também. Só falta uma. Qual era o nome da outra? Esqueci. Minha memória tá como? Eva Paris, beleza. Paris. Eva Paris, acho que não tem essa não. Eu ia ter que procurar uma maldita leva. Pera aí, calma aí. Uma roxa, eles. Não. Essa aqui é roxa, hein? Ou é rosa, não sei. Essa também é meu.
I can't. I just can't.
Bom. É fadiga. Eu acho que talvez seja essa, hein? Ah, mas essa... Ah, tem outra. Força e vitalidade. Pode ser essa também. Tem mais uma roxa. Ah, mano. Tem umas 5 ervas roxas aí, meu. E a preguiça tá como? Tá 10/10. Olha só. Não tem nada aqui, né? Ou tem? Talvez. Tá bom. Comprar meu lugarzinho no céu.
Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in
Amen.
heaven. What?
So, you've been looking for us, eh? What is it you want?
Matar geral.
I hear you're hiring men who don't mind getting their hands dirty.
Is that so? And where did you hear that?
Taverns and the like. People talk.
Well, that's a pretty tale. But no one in any tavern told you to come here and wait, did they? So let's have it. Who told you?
I don't recall his name, but he was one of your friends. He said that he couldn't take me straight to you, that I had to go through the church.
He was right about that. But he still said more than he should have.
I know my way around. You won't go wrong with me.
Spare me the boasting. I've got a test ready for you. Let's see how you handle it before you tell us how wonderful you are.
What test?
Nothing complicated. We used to take anyone who looked like they could keep their head on straight. But not now. Now you can only join if you do what we tell you.
Which is what? Steal something?
Nah, not theft. If you want to join us, you have to kill Pius.
Who's Pius? And why should I kill him?
That's none of your business. But I'll tell you anyway, because it's an instructive tale. Pius was one of us, but he fucked up.
How? Did he steal something?
Yeah, that was part of it. Stole some money, ran away.
Qual é a probabilidade de sobreviver se eu
Showed a
recusar?
distinct lack of loyalty. And as soon as he's dead, you
Acho que
can
é
join
muita, né?
us.
Porque eu sou foda ou
I'll
não?
have to find him first.
Acho que aquela luta mais cedo aí demonstrou que não era muito bom, não.
We know where he is.
Then why haven't you killed him yourselves?
It's quite a test. He's hiding in a monastery.
With the stable boys? It's not hard to get into the grounds.
No, not there. Oh, he would have been dead long since. He's in the, cloister, or whatever it is.
But only monks can get in there.
Just monks and Pius. He's an educated bastard. Seems he used to be a priest, but it didn't quite work out.
And how am I supposed to get into the cloister?
You'll think of something. Maybe there's a secret passage. I've heard there's some cave underneath. The cave of Saint Procopius. There might be a way into it from outside.
Sei
Do you have
não.
any other ideas besides secret
Eu
passages?
prefiro a maneira mais
There is this
mais
one
rápida.
fellow been hanging around the taverns. Supposed to join the monastery soon.
Ser uma
Maybe he
luta
could
que é
help you
agora.
somehow. I'd try talking to him if I were you. And if he doesn't help, knock him
Aí
on
eu
his
levo ele
ass
preso
and
e
take anything
a galera
he's got that you
interroga
could
ele,
use
tá
to
ligado?
bash yourself off as him. A letter of admittance to the monastery, or whatever.
I wanted to join up with you, but that's too much. Even for me.
Well, lad, the trouble is there's plenty of us already. So now we're only looking for the toughest and wiliest bastards we can find. So, if you're not up to the job...
What?
I suppose I ought to kill you.
Opa.
Just for peace of mind, since you already know so much. Maybe I should toss a coin.
I won't tell a soul.
If you whisper a word of it to anyone, it'll be the last thing you ever do. Of course, there's another way you can get us off your back.
How?
Go to the monastery.
Será que se
slip
eu
Pius's
matar ele
throat,
agora, será que
take
dá,
his dice
dá
and money,
problema
and
com
then
a
come to the
quest?
swamp and stay there overnight.
I see.
God be with you, lad. God be with you.
É, o jogo não vai deixar não. Até porque ainda tem um arqueiro ali em cima. Eu ajudei a Johanka. Só não ajudei com todos os pacientes. Aí não conta. Aí é sacanagem. Por que eu roubei? Porque eu tô ali o negócio. É só tristeza esse episódio aí. Eu não tô muito bem não, cara. Eu vou lá dizer o... Nossa, eu vou caboetar geral, que eu não tô... Vamos ver o que o Cabla vai falar. Tamo aqui. Na cidade eu já aproveitei pra dar uma Ei, não! Já aproveitei pra dar uma descansada aqui pra recuperar logo toda a saúde, que ainda não tinha recuperado. Vamos ver se tem alguma coisa pra comer aqui também. Os cogumelos aqui. Cogumelo do sol. É você mesmo?
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Sir, this investigation into the Neuhof massacre... It's getting a bit complicated.
What have you found out?
I tracked down a gang of robbers who recruited killers for Pribyslavitz. They know the whoresons who torched Neuhof.
That's excellent news. Did you find out any more?
So far, not much. If I'm going to infiltrate them, I have to do what they say. That means murdering one of their former cronies, a fellow they call Pius. Apparently he was at Neuhof too.
You have to kill a criminal to prove yourself to them? Huh. I don't much like the sound of it.
That's not the worst of it. This Pius is hiding out in the monastery pretending to be a novice. I'd have to get inside the cloisters to get at him.
Good God above, that's another matter entirely. They don't let just anyone into the cloisters, and the abbot won't give up any of the novices. Secular law has no jurisdiction inside the monastery. But this is the second time that something untoward has happened there. First the counterfeiters, now this. I'd be glad to have someone take a look inside.
Bem...
What should I do with Pius once I find him?
Don't kill him. Bring him to the bailiff in Rattay. He'll interrogate the man and give him a fair trial.
It doesn't sound like an easy task, sir. Getting into the cloisters, finding Pius, and then getting him to the bailiff.
Far from it, lad. But I have confidence in your abilities.
É, né?
It seems like the only way to
Pimenta
find
no...
Pius is to join the order.
Dos
Damned
outros
if I
é
know how,
fresco.
though.
A bit of meditation and learning would do you good. If it's really the only way to get to him, then you'll have to do it. I'm sorry I can't be of much help. Sadly, my relations with the monastery aren't entirely congenial. You'll have to figure something out for yourself. See you later.
É isso aí. É, acho que eu vou deixar pro resto pra um próximo episódio aí. Foi mal aí. Pra galera, foi mais pra cumprir tabela. Pra não... Pra manter a frequência de vídeos, né? Um por semana. Mas eu tô cansadaço aí. Meio exausto aí. E... Então é isso aí. Se você ficou até aqui, muito obrigado. E até a próxima. Deixe seu like aí. Se puder ajudar. Valeu. Falou.